Well, good morning and welcome aboard. HarleyTrek of a different sort. Today finds me in Ocala, Florida. I'm crashing with my brother and his family, and we're going to Bike Week. I've been here for a couple days already. Lots of great riding in. Today we're heading back to the beach and Main Street. We're meeting up with a friend of my brother's, and we're going to be riding over. We're about 70 miles away, so about an hour or so to get there. Fun to be had, bikes to see, and much fun to be had by all. There's my girl and my brother's ride, a 2003 Gixxer 750. Sweet little bike. We installed HID headlights on it yesterday afternoon. Really makes a difference, and we look forward to just getting on the road and having some fun. So stay tuned. Here we go. Welcome back, friends. We are on our way. We're joined with Lisa and Tina on a CBR 600RR. Pretty bike, very pretty bike. But I'm feeling decidedly outnumbered. The only cruiser in a pack of sport bikes. This is where we going. a little bit chilly at speed. Shooting for a high of 83 at Daytona Beach. But I tell you, this Florida sun is merciless. I got some sun on me noggin. Got to keep a hat or else I'm gonna blister up big time. Flip in and out. I'm not going to give you a blow by blow, pardon me. We'll be heading through the Ocala National Forest. It's just a straight shot between here and Daytona Beach. Folks are so darn friendly around here. Said my brother and I have already been over once the first day. Slow starting. By the time we got ready to head out, it was starting to get lively. So the obvious question is, did I ride from North Georgia down? No, I did not. We had a last minute change in plans. My dad was supposed to come with, and you know, I've mentioned before, he can't, he doesn't have the stamina to make a ride like that. And we loaded my bike onto the trailer the night before I left to come down on Wednesday, and this trailer is a heck of a lot smaller than we remember. It was going to be a tight fit to get my bike and his bike too on it, and we were all set to tackle it Wednesday morning, and he's had some issues, and he just felt it best that he bow out, and it's a shame. Like I said, we've had lots of good riding, and I know it killed him to bow out. Dad, love you. I know you watch these videos. Have you with us, Pop? There's always next year. But if I hadn't already been packed, loaded, ready to go, I just might have rode. It would have been a heck of a lot less stressful. You know, it's an 8-hour trip, almost 500 miles, and worried the whole time about every little bump you run over, whether the bike is actually going to stay on the flipping trailer or not. But there are several members of, well, probably all my family who felt better that I did drive the truck. we were down there Thursday, and of course the obligatory news crews were roaming around, and of course they caught us on camera and used us for stock footage for 2 days whenever they talked about Bike Week, walking down Main Street. Just a couple of seconds, but it's hilarious. I'm glad my brother actually took vacation time off and didn't call in sick. That could have been awkward. Most attractive things about this part of the country is that riding season goes on and on and on. But it is wet down here. It hasn't rained, but you just get up in the morning and it looks like it has rained. Dried the bike off twice this morning, and she was still a little wet in areas. Waving is hit or miss here. There's just so many bikes. News reports indicate that there are 125,000 people at this year's Biketoberfest. That's a lot of people. Left his blinker on.